Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 114 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined once again by Flyguy from Flyguy.net.
Hello, people. Hello,
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Recovering finally after the busy last weekend of Force Friday. Force Friday weekend, I guess. It's like its own holiday now.
Yeah. So it is. It's a kind of I get confused. Think everybody's saying Force Friday 2, and I'm thinking, but they had a Rogue Friday, but it wasn't quite the same. So.
Yeah, it wasn't called Force Friday, I guess. It was like Go Rogue, however they merged it.
That's right.
Okay, whatever. I think we talked about this before on the other show after, what are they doing for Han Solo? Are they gonna go solo, or what are they?
Solo Saturday, Solo Sunday? I know, it's kind of weird.
Who knows? Bizarre. But Force Friday 2 was, I think, from what I saw that night on people's, social media was obviously a big gauge as far as how things went for most people. Mine was pretty terrible. I mean, it was comparable with with other people, I guess. I went to Toys R Us. Got a tip that most of the Toys R Us stores were getting Wave 2 of the Black Series 6-inch figures, whereas most of the other stores were just getting Wave 1. This store did, in fact, get Wave 2. They got one box of Wave 2. And I was the 5th person in line, and they were all gone before it got to me in line. So they had maybe 2 cases out of Wave, the orange and teal wave of the basic figures.
Yep.
Vehicles, they pretty much had all of. They didn't have. They had the Black Series Land Speeder, but no Rey for some reason. It was just kind of an odd. I didn't see very much in the way of pops at Toys R Us. So it was just kind of, I got out of there light. I bought a Hera for a friend, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah,
I think you're right. It was a kind of mixed bag, and I think I'd done another video, and I mentioned if people had good experiences, let us know. And got a good bunch of people. South Africa didn't get much. Some people in Europe. UK did not bad, considering they've not been getting much recently. They did a couple of good Toys R Us were really packed, which was nice. People across the States, some people went into Walmart and there was nothing. Targets, there was nothing. Toys R Us, there was nothing. Some stores had 0 at midnight. Some stores had everything. I had a wonderful experience. Probably the best Force Friday I've ever had.
Nice.
The staff made it really good. There was giveaways, there was quizzes, there was drinks, there was food, there was candy, there was posters, there was fold-up promo stuff. I mean, it was just superb. They did a great job. And they had everything. Tons of Funko. Sphero, Black Series Speeder, and both the Speeders, Rey and Luke. Centerpieces, plenty of them. You name it, they had it, bar not one 6-inch figure. So no Wave 1 and no Wave 2. So the only thing I was there for, they'd none. So it was, I don't want to say disappointed, because it was. We had a great fun night, but to not come away with anything other than one pop, I was like, I guess I'll buy a pop because there's nothing else to buy.
Right.
But so I think it's a fun event, but
the lead up to it was fine. Like waiting out in line was fine. talking with people, and I go to the same Toys R Us I've gone to for every midnight opening since they've started doing them. 10, 12 years ago, maybe longer. It was nice seeing all those people. It's the same kind of group of people that show up, so we all kind of know each other just from this, and we hung out and shot the breeze, and then. Yeah, as soon as we all got in there, we were kind of walking around like there's not a lot here. It was kind of funny because then I'm like, well, I might as well go to Walmart after this because there was nothing really here. The closest Walmart that I went to, not a thing was put out at midnight. No aisle shippers full of stuff.
Yep.
No, nothing. The regular toy aisle looked like a hurricane had already gone through it. It didn't have any sort of
the usual.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay.
It's a weird. I mean, I guess not all stores can participate, but I think at least 50% of us, and it'd be great if people left comments and let us know what you did. But I think it's as a kind of experience, it's 50% successful, and I think it gets press and coverage. But I'd still give it a kind of like C in the scorecard and say must try a little bit harder to kind of
Right.
get some stock. And just a lot of people, 50% of your audience were a bit like, eh. And as you say, not even when some stores didn't have anything. But,
yeah. And, you know, I was kind of more concerned about the exclusives than the mainline type of things anyway. So it was nice to be able to go ahead and pre-order some of those more expensive, more high-end retailer, not higher-end retailer exclusives, but like the Snoke from GameStop and the 4-pack from, were they GameStop as well?
GameStop and Barnes & Noble, which is a weird one. I've never seen that before, shared exclusive, but
yeah. So they did that. There was a Amazon exclusive Stormtrooper with all that gear, which is cool, which is a great pack. They should do more of those type of things.
Another Praetorian.
Another Praetorian.
Apart, but
yeah. So I got all the orders in for those things, which I already had the Gree from when that went on sale, right after Comic-Con or right during. So.
Well, one thing we've got to talk about, and I'm not trying to suck up to you in any way.
Go ahead.
But I'm about to. Because I didn't see anyone else do this. And I think a lot of people as well were really grateful you did this. And that is the checklist you pulled together, which you don't get paid by Hasbro for doing this, but it was incredibly informative, I think, for a lot of us to just know what the hell was going to be made available, because there was no news. It was a kind of, wait till midnight, we're going to take a giant dump on you, and you'll just have to go and find stuff, even though you couldn't find a lot of stuff. So,
yeah, even like if you're in that right-hand column there where it's got the picture of Rice, download the checklist. If you click on that, that will take you right to what was able to be downloaded and printed out for everyone.
Yep.
And it's from what I mean, a lot of people did have that in hand when I was out, and I heard from a lot of people that they had that with them. So like I said, I'm happy to do it. I like, you know, this year was a little bit different. I think I mentioned this on our last show, is I added pricing in next to most of the items so people could really kind of plan out what to spend, because God knows they weren't going to release anything like this prior. They just, like you said, they did like a 2 or 3 day news dump of everything that was supposed to come out. They didn't announce when half of it was going to hit retail. So
I'm going to get a little negative on Hasbro here. I just think as public relations go, fail. Complete and utter fail for 110 products or more to be launched and not give some indication of what they may be, where they may be. It was just, I don't know, it's like, here's the crumbs and they just chucked them and good luck, go find it.
Right.
I mean, you pulled together the entire list of the products to give people like me and others a chance to at least understand where we could buy, how much to budget for. A lot of people don't have the budget for the stuff you and I buy. I mean, it was just, I don't know. I think you did a great job. I'm not trying to suck up to you, but I think you did a great job. And if it was someone else who did it, I'd say they did a great job too. So really, thank you for doing it for me, because it really helped me just know what was going on. And yeah, I think other people would support you in saying that you nailed it on that one, buddy. Because
well, thanks.
Clueless.
I did one for Force Friday 2. I kind of partnered up with some other sites, and we kind of hashed out an official, unofficial list like this for Force Friday, the first one. Based on that experience and based on what I knew I could do, I did my own for Rogue Friday or Go Friday, Go Rogue, whatever you want to call it. I did that, and again, right before we did this one, I was getting a lot of questions asking if I was going to do another one for this year, and I wasn't exactly sure. But then the more questions I got about it, I was more committed to doing it. So, like I said, I'm happy to do it. I don't think Hasbro or some of the other brands on there, especially Hasbro, were too thrilled that I issued the list, because it had a bunch of stuff on there that wasn't officially confirmed, or, you know, I could have released this well prior to August 31st, the day I had it come out. I tried to build in a little bit of padding in there for them to release something, because if I remember correctly, Hasbro did release sort of a checklist last year, or I mean for Go Friday or Go Rogue. So I kind of wanted to give them that opportunity to do so. plus I could use that to update my list to make it a little bit more accurate if I could. They didn't, so I said screw it, and I still released mine on the 31st. So like I said, I was happy to do it, and I'm glad people got a benefit out of being able to have it. So
well, like again, shut me up when I'm going on too much, but I just all of the people who watch this, and again, leave us comments and let us know. But when the hell are we all looking at the Hollywood Reporter? When?
Right.
When, and even Yahoo Movies to a certain degree. I don't know many people who use that site. It's a fairly populous general mom and dad kind of. It's not a fan site. So that's where a lot of the information was released first, and then afterwards we get the scraps. They dump 110 products on us and piles of press releases in. Some of us now, yeah, of course, and then you got to sift it. I mean, it takes hours to go through this stuff. So we're already behind. Force Friday's then now in the middle of the day. It's gone over. What kind of point of planning and marketing actually worked here?
And most of us have day jobs. Like we're still trying to do, feed our families and make a living, and we're still, trying to assemble all of this kind of information for everyone too. So it's just like, yeah.
I love Hasbro. Been buying them since I was 7 years old or Kenner, but to quote a line from Rick and Morty, Hasbro needs to get their shit together in terms of marketing and planning. And I'm so grateful again that you did this, because at least I now know what's out there. And so yeah, I urge people to get it and check it out. But anyway, do you want to quickly look at some of the products we talked about? Do you want to see if there's anything we can just highlight? Because there was so much news, we could be here all day. But
yeah.
We've seen most of it, but is there anything what do you think of this Walgreens one?
I love that Walgreens ObiWan. I love the packaging.
Okay.
I like the fact that they switched it up. It's, Marvel does so much better at their packaging. I think they're allowed to do more anyway, for their line of 6-inch figures. And I think this is a step in the right direction by, switching up the color of the box. And I mean, even though it's just a simple thing like changing the red to a blue, it just makes it's all that more unique, and it doesn't get lost within the sea of other shelf warming, peg warming 6-inch figures they might have at Walgreens.
I know. Well, this one's going to stand out, that's for sure. So
yeah,
yeah,
I like it a lot. This was, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say there's a kind of a 50-50, I think, of people who like the Force ghosty kind of translucency like figures. People either love them, or there's a real division, I think. I'm in the division that doesn't like them, but that's good to hear you do. So there's always a balance. Sorry, you were saying? Oh,
I was going to say that I can't remember when it was, but there was a Doctor Strange figure that came out, the astral projection version of him, which was kind of done in a whitish plastic. Like when I saw that figure, I'm like, they have to do an Obi-Wan like this. This would be perfect for that. And I know this figure has been rumored for a while. I think Jedi Temple Archives had leaked. It's leak. It wasn't a rumor. It was a leak. That this figure was coming eventually. It was cool to finally see it confirmed. So,
well, I think some other ones I just wanted to just highlight. I thought was just really cool, and it's a nice way of doing it. And for me, Amazon gets some really cool exclusive. This was a really cool pack, a really good idea of a kind of build your own trooper flavor pack. I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's just really nice to get the 3 different ones.
Yep, I think they should do more of this. And this really, I mean, I want to buy a couple of these sets just so you could outfit more troopers. I mean, because this is technically the Last Jedi stormtrooper in there due to the helmet change.
That's true. That's true.
You could still use all of these accessories for your for all the different releases that came out for the Force Awakens. So it's a real cool army building type of pack.
Looking forward to this one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a limit of 2 on Amazon, so I might have to go back and get another 2 or something one day. I love it. It's really cool. Just great to see these differences. We're finally getting these troopers. So next idea, I think it's a really creative idea for them to do as well, to at least get round. I know they can't just keep churning out figures in the box, because some people would be not buying them, but yeah, there's a lot of exclusives, and I found it quite bewildering. I don't know what you thought, but I was just overwhelmed by the volume of exclusives and trying to keep up. It was just
Yeah.
Almost too much info for one day. I did a quick poll, and 50% of people said it's too much, and 50% said no, I want more. And I'm like, oh my god. So,
Yeah,
what do
I
you
think
think?
when it was getting towards the end of the day, well, I was probably mid-afternoon my time, and I was just like, I was at work doing all of this when I should have actually been working, and I just tweeted out this picture of like a dump truck dumping
Yeah, I
sand
saw that.
on the ground. I'm like, this is exactly what it's like. It's like there was absolutely no break. It was like everywhere you turned, someone was announcing exclusives or, a product reveal.
Yeah,
Some of it was just, it was a crazy day. And it typically is around convention time, around kind of a rollout event like this. So, but man, like you said, there was a lot of exclusives announced.
I don't know why they couldn't have almost. It just would have seemed more logical to me to like, every Monday, guys, for the next 5 weeks, we're going to reveal an exclusive. I mean, we'd all be tuned in like completely, rather
Right.
than just as you did the dump truck, and just. I mean, it was like 6.5 gigabit of images and data that I had to. I know first world problems, I know, but to have to go through all that was like, this is a pile of information to sort and.
Right. It's like, who's
You
this exclusive
forget.
to again? And
I know, and there's no. Oh my god, it was just a lot,
some of those sites that reported, they got stuff wrong. It's
Yeah.
like they said the Walmart uh, figures from the Last Jedi, the 3 3/4 inch super articulated ones, they said that was going to come as a set, or that's at least how it made it sound. That it was going to come as a assortment pack, and it was actually, they're individual figures just like the others, and it was just worded strangely that it made it sound like you were getting 4 figures for $12.99 each or whatever they are.
I
I
know.
think that was Yahoo.
I know.
Can't
I
remember.
think I ended up feeling a little bit like Snoke. That was me on the Force Friday, kind of just a bit like mid,
Just watching.
really grumpy with the whole thing. I was like, God damn it! But there's just a ton of stuff, tons and tons and tons and tons, and
And they made some really cool choices with their exclusives too. I mean, like they could have just reissued Rey and reissued Luke, but they added more soft goods to make them a little bit more of a premium exclusive. It comes with a price. Don't get me wrong. You're not paying, the $20 for them. You add another 10, but it's pretty cool. They get to get different quality of versions through these different exclusives.
they did. I mean, we get little. I mean, I love some of the diorama pieces. Some people don't, but I mean, it's just. I think they've definitely tried to be creative this year with pieces. I'm not quite sure how different really getting the little hand, the die-cast hand, and the fabric cloak and the bases for me for the Act 2, but a lot of people will love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got more soft goods on his actual body
Body.
there too.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but that base, like if you look at it in the box, like a larger version, um, it
Yep.
looks like dog poop in the box like that.
It kind of does. And very different from this image on the side of the product, the glam shot.
Right.
Quite different, very light there and very dark there. But I think I was talking on another video that potentially there might be another clip-on thing like we've seen before, but I don't know.
Right.
The fact that there's one little peg hole there would suggest that's for Rey, but I mean, how much more can an exciting piece of rock be with another Rey? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, anyway.
Some porgs you could plug in.
Exactly, porgs. We need more porgs. Where's the 6-inch porgs? We haven't seen a 6-inch scale porg yet, have we?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. Have we? Anyway, there was certainly no shortage of stuff. There was no shortage of stuff. So that was Force Friday, I think.
Pretty cool. Let's see. Moving on to a couple other things. Droid Factory. A couple of new sets had sprung up last week as well. There's another holiday version of an Astromech R3H17. I think you have a picture there.
Yeah, they do.
There you go.
Happy holidays. It's on its way. Jeez. That's quite
Pretty
nice.
Yeah, it's got a little arm that attaches to the top that's holding mistletoe, which is kind of cool.
Kiss kiss time. Nice.
I think this figure was revealed first at either San Diego Comic-Con or D23. I can't remember which.
I never have seeing it. And you got another one.
Yep, there was a 4-pack of BB8 or BB droids, BB units.
They're cool. Like
I
them.
like them a lot.
Yeah, that's quite nice actually. So that's probably the only place so far we've actually even seen these, because I don't think we've seen a 3.75-inch Last Jedi BB8.
Well, recently, um, I sent out a picture that includes the BB8 and the, what is it? What's the black one?
BB890. Or
Yeah,
sorry, BB9E. Yep.
BB9E, and those two come in a pack with the Rose in disguise.
Ah, yes, you just did that the other day. Yes, that's right. That's
Yep.
right.
So that's how you can get those. The other two aren't available in 3 3/4 inch yet, but one of them is, I think, actually all three of them you can get from Bandai.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, they showed pet images of that. That's right. God,
But the blue one is the Resistance BB unit that's exclusive to Walmart here in the US.
Yep.
So,
and I've never seen the white one before, actually, until now. But yeah, you're right. It was on Bandai's stuff, I think. Yes.
pretty cool.
God,
It's kind of hard to justify the $30 for this set when some of the other Astromech sets they've had, there's been more pieces and stuff. Obviously because of the legs and the interchangeability of the parts. You're kind of, obviously you're limited to the BB units for this, so they only really have these 4 that you could swap the parts between.
Yep.
But anyway, it's still cool. A cool
yeah,
set.
it is definitely for droid fans. I mean, it's just a great set for them.
Yeah, I've got my order in.
Yep. Get some UPC, I think.
Oh yeah, this was in regard to the Last Jedi Wave. A lot of people do like the info regarding, so they could look it up through BrickSeek and whatnot. So of course, I put together just a quick little cheat sheet that people were able to download. Then you can look it up on BrickSeek or whatever you use to check the local stock. And then after I started doing that, I've had a lot of people asking me, there needs to be a place where you could just go and see all of the UPCs and Walmart SKUs and everything that's out right now, like for the fall 2017 stuff. I'm like, okay. So since I have, in creating the checklist for Force Friday, I had already kind of started doing it anyway. I just hadn't incorporated the UPCs and all the SKUs into the checklist. So I already had kind of a running deal going. So I published that the other day, a list of basic figures, which is over there in the column. It says the Fall Master UPC list. It's everything from basic figures to vehicles, 6-inch figures, exclusives, all that stuff. So it's kind of a master key right now. Only Hasbro right now.
There you go, Hasbro PR. This is the kind of stuff that your fan sites do for you that you should be doing, but you're not. But there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll help a great deal, actually, with a lot of people, just to be able to find stuff. You notice, like, you wander into like Targets and Walmarts, and if you've got a UPC, it just makes so much of a difference to try and find something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just get the whole crazy-ass look at you like old lady saying, "Well, what was this thing again?" And oh my god,
oh, that was recalled, or no, it's got lead paint. Get some.
I know. They just make up stuff, don't they?
Yeah. What's next? 3.75-inch Black Series figures. There was debate on whether or not they would be available for Force Friday, and they didn't show up on Force Friday. They showed up on Force Saturday, the day after, because that's when I saw most of the reports started hitting that. At least in the U.S., these 4 figures were available at Walmart, but overseas you could pick them up through Forbidden Planet, I guess.
That's right. That's the only place so far. They will probably turn up at some point in a store in Australia called Big W, but again, no information. We don't get to know. We have to play the guessing game. So,
I've been lucky enough to find these figures a few times, so I've been able to pick up a couple sets. So,
what do you think of them so far?
I haven't opened them yet, but I do like the Praetorian Guard in it. Rose is not going to do very well, I have a feeling. It's going to be the Poe Dameron Finn of the assortment. Luke looks pretty decent. I don't, on both this figure and on the 6-inch figure, I don't like the robe. I don't like the string that they've had on there. It looks silly.
Yeah.
There's that. What's the fourth? Oh, the Stormtrooper Executioner is a cool figure. Most of the ones I've seen have a terrible paint app all over, and you would think just having black paint on a white figure, it would be easy to do. But some of their lines are just awful. It looks painted like a paint by number thing from a 4th grader in some instances. So you could always take the weapon and use it on a previous one if you don't mind the differences in the helmet. But if they come 3, each of the figures come 3 to a case. So hopefully one of the 3 in 1 or 2 of the 3 Stormtroopers in the case will have decent paint apps that you could, kind of pick and choose when you see them. But if you order them just, through an eBay auction or have someone pick one up for you, you're just not guaranteed a decent paint job on it. So
it's a shame. Yeah, the troopers have always been a little bit like that, a little bit hit and miss, even 6-inch. Some of them, I've seen some shocking 6-inch ones in the States, just going through cases and I'm thinking, good God, there's not like 1 in 5 is maybe good.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know why that's so hard to do, the white on the black, but
yeah.
Cool.
What else do you have on here? We've got Black Series Vader that you shared. This was a post by Steve Evans from Hasbro, their design manager.
That's right. He was at HasCon this weekend, as was my buddy Jared, who's taking some photographs. I've had to look through them. But Steve is, if you've met him, a very nice guy. He's done some commercials, very funny commercials, originally from the UK, and he's done some stuff with the Black Series. He posts just great fun stuff, him and his kids having fun and doing all sorts of stuff, showing some of the dioramas. Look at this diorama they had at the... Again, they had what was there from San Diego, but God, it's so good. It's so good. Toy porn. But one thing he revealed, which again, I found it because I follow him on Instagram, not because of the exclusive, which went to, I think it was Yahoo Movies or some nonsense, which of course I would never go to, but Black Series, not 6-inch, life-size Vader helmet, which looks pretty stunning, I would say.
This is a big step in the right direction for some of the Black Series stuff. I mean, it's easy using quotes. A Stormtrooper helmet is pretty basic. A Poe Dameron or a Boba Fett helmet is still, again, pretty basic. But this is very complex considering the parts that are involved and, how it attaches by magnets in some spots. It's very cool.
Do you have any of the helmets? Have you ever bought any of them? Or
I have the Kylo Ren one, which is pretty cool. I do really like the Poe Dameron helmet, so I'm considering that. But
there's a kind of a sorry to interrupt, but there's a kind of, they're not quite a Novos quality in terms of, damn, it's off the movie. There's a kind of slight cosplay voice box kind of feature to it, so they're not quite I mean, this is a glam shot obviously, but I noticed it on the Iron Man helmet, which I love and I reviewed, but there's definitely a few tweaks and changes to make things more comfortable and allow electronics and things like that. So that, but again, at $80, I think normally $90 US dollars kind of price mark, it's pretty damn good looking and affordable to have in your collection. It's not everyone can afford those $200 or $300 exactly
helmets that you're afraid to wear. An $80 helmet is sure it's a hit for a lot of people as well, but it's
affordable.
It's affordable.
Yeah. So that's kind of nice.
Cool. Moving on to Hot Toys and Sideshow and those type of brands. We did get a few reveals around Force Friday for some new product. The first one that they revealed, I believe, was the first order Stormtrooper Executioner from Hot Toys. That went up for pre-order. Pretty nice looking.
Yeah, fairly reduced price on that one because I think they're struggling, as we've mentioned before, not to really sell a lot of troopers when they were doing their buy two get one free kind of stuff.
Right.
This image is taking forever to load here, but we'll. Oh, this image could not be loaded. There we go. Sorry about that, Sideshow. So there we go.
Yeah, that's on Sideshow site, not mine.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just deciding not to load stuff. Okay, Sideshow's having an off day. We'll just show the small thumbnail. You can click in the link in the show notes, but there's not a lot to this, to be fair. It's
new helmet and that's it.
Yeah,
well, and the new weapon,
really.
but
yep. And I think it's going to be hindered by the same issues that they've had before of that body undersuit. Good luck trying to get that pose, probably, because it's I've had several of these and they look stunning, but damn, that suit underneath is a pain in the ass. It really limits the movement. It's a bit of a shame, but anyway, looks stunning.
Yep,
looks stunning.
Yesterday or the day before, they revealed the Kylo Ren Hot Toys figure. Not thrilled with the likeness here.
I quite like it, but yeah, I don't know. It is a little not quite Adam Driver, I think, but
yeah,
I know what you mean.
But it looks. I mean, otherwise, I think it looks pretty decent. You know, like his updated look for The Last Jedi. I guess he's got a stockpile of helmets and lightsabers around just in case. Since he
exactly. He just went to Walmart and bought another one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just reviewed the Black Series 6-inch figure, and I actually really like it for what looks like a fairly boring figure. Really well articulated, and the suit design's quite nice, and yeah, I kind of like this actually. I don't know why. It's a little bit more exciting than the last Kylo Unmasked for me, but I don't know. Maybe it's the Praetorian Guards just look pretty mean and cool with them, but
yeah,
this is going to be the silliest Praetorian one.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
No, neither do I. Anyway.
Yeah, and what's funny too is those pictures there, they reveal the Praetorian Guards as more Hot Toys figures.
Exactly. That's right. So
those will be coming as well. I'm not, you know, they're just going to release the 6 different ones or whatever they are. It's just helmet and a weapon change.
Exactly.
And there's $250, $250.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty. For some reason, I quite like that. I don't know. His helmet looks looks a little bit different there, but I guess it's the same helmet. And not a lot with it really. Swap out bits and pieces here, and yeah, it's kind of straightforward figure. Not up on Sideshow yet, so I don't think.
I think I think it is. I think it went up for pre-order yesterday afternoon.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I haven't posted a link to it yet. I've been indisposed. But
having a life.
What else? New movie realization figures. These have been kind of out there for a while. They just went up for pre-order though recently on most retailers.
Yep, do like these. The mall. We got to see this at Star Wars Celebration, and God, that facial sculpt just scared the bejesus out when you look at it so close. It's just so ugly, but great. It's
yeah.
I don't know. I really like this figure. I'm very impressed with him. I went straight in for a Django, but I think I'm ready to get this guy.
Yep, I do like this one quite a bit. I did pre-order the black version of these Ashigaru Stormtrooper. I pre-ordered mine through Dorkside. So
he's nice. Yeah, he's very nice. I do like them.
Yeah, I just got my my Ronin prototype Boba Fett last week. I think it was. Nice. So I've got that at work. I have to photograph that one up yet, but it's definitely you would think, even though it's just a simple repaint of that figure, it would lose some of its impact, but it looks, they did an excellent job on that white Boba Fett. I just love it.
The great looking figures, the Stormtroopers, just that bone colored kind of armor. It's just wow, just beautiful. But
let's see.
What's the money?
Moving on to what's up? Lego. They teased this out for a while, but finally revealed that they're doing a new version of the Falcon.
That's right. It's massive, absolutely massive. $800 in the US, and I had a bit of a moan and complain at Lego because they've marked it $235 up for Australian customers. How nice of them. For no other reason other than just to price gouge because they can. But it's a huge set. There's a Lego designer video up there online. There's not a lot of minifigures in this set. It's not quite packed to the gills as it potentially could be, I guess. But it's a UCS set. $800. It's quite a meaty amount of Lego going on there for what it is. But I should have linked it there, but a site you know them as well. Hothrix did a nice comparison. They've taken the original Falcon and the new one, and kind of done one of those slide images where you can go back and forth and see the quality, that the change in the bricks, and it's quite a bit different. There's a lot of detail in it. So
yeah. Let's see what else we have. The next one was a bunch of Funko stuff. God, Funko is killing me. Killing me slowly is what they're doing. I haven't, I've been so gung ho for Funko, since the Force Awakens, and now with the introduction of all these exclusives and retailer exclusives and chases, they burn me out to the point of just not caring, but not enough to make me stop.
Yeah.
So I picked up my first Last Jedi pop today. It was the DJ one, which is exclusive to GameStop here. Very boring, to be honest. But it was an exclusive one, so I figured why not, just to get one of the potentially harder to find ones later out of the way. But
sure.
A lot of retailers do have these available. So, but overseas, or at least in Australia, Pop Culture is a place to go.
Yeah, I just thought it was easier to show some of them all in one site rather than trying to show them all in one site. I should have went to Funko's blog, but I just quickly chucked this up. The one thing that struck me was how they're re-releasing, which I've never really seen before, I don't think, in Funko, where the Snowtrooper comes back out again. So that means we're getting Snowtroopers in The Last Jedi, maybe? Flame Troopers again, same Flame Trooper. I guess they sold well, maybe, that they're re-bringing them back out again. And the other one was Phasma, who no change at all, same again.
Yep, it's the same box number, even.
Well,
same as their original reissue. They're just changing the box colors, or the design of the box. Anyway, it's no new weapons, no new sculpts.
Yep, nothing.
I think it is a first, to be honest. I don't recall it ever happening with anything else like that before.
Neither at all. Porgs by the ton. Regular Porg. There's another one. Flocked Porg.
Flocked Porg. Open mouth Porg. Flying Porg. Flying flocked Porg. It's like,
oh my goodness.
Stop it.
I know. Crazy stuff. But we've seen most of them now. Chrome BB8 the Walmart one. I don't know what the Leia is. FYE, maybe, I think it was.
That Leia is Walmart here in the US.
Walmart. I don't know who's getting that overseas either. 2-pack of Praetorians.
Yeah,
so there's a lot. There was
so many.
I think again, at least we did get on the Funko blog. You knew who was getting the exclusives, so we do know who's got what. But yeah, that's a lot of running around to get Funko Pop. Anyway.
Yep. And then again, continue on with Funko and their awesome PR team that they have. They announced stuff that's going to be coming. They posted a nice little preview of some of the exclusives planned for New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Lots of Rogue One figures.
Yes. K2 with a gun. Saw Gerrera with Afro. I really like this one, the Jin with the helmet. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
And pretty obvious we were getting that one, but a silver Death Star droid. Or white, it says.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it white. That's silly. But
that is silly. Bet you will get a gold one. Bet you will get a gold one. Or a chrome one or something. The loot, yes, they can do that. These two were kind of surprises, though. The Dengar, little towel head, looking quite good.
Yep.
So you can finally complete your bounty hunters.
Yep.
And this one was so team.
They had to make it a convention exclusive.
I know. I know.
It's kind of a kick in the nuts.
Well, it'll be a shared exclusive, so you should stand a good chance of getting all of these. They're not particularly, although I think the Boba, with that 40th anniversary sticker on there, stands to be more harder to get. We don't know the exact breakdown yet, but it looks like you can normally tell the stickers limited edition. Limited edition normally means it's a pain in the butt to get, but because it normally should see shared exclusive or maybe there's different stickers, maybe that's what it'll be.
Yeah, I think we'll know where each of them goes, you know, like the week before New York Comic Con, they'll let us know as far as who goes where.
Yep. I don't think that Boba is removable from the...
No.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
So
I've seen, you know, they've done the Vader with his TIE fighter, the TIE pilot with his TIE fighter. They've both been fixed to their vehicles, and I don't like them at all. I've been passing on the vehicle ones.
Meh.
Yep. What else? Cody, Commander Cody, which is exclusive to Walgreens here in the US. That's been showing up quite regularly. I have not seen it yet, but I know a lot of people who have. So, but if you missed it or you don't get to Walgreens very often, they did have it online briefly. It's not there any longer.
Oh well.
So it's a great looking pop, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What else? Moving on to, we've talked about these before. These are die-cast metal figures from Takara Tomy. They've done them for quite a while now. They're not quite 3 3/4 inch action figure size. They're a little bit smaller at 3 inches in scale, but they're all metal. They're posable. You know, I think they have neck and shoulder joints. That's it. But they started, or they're continuing on for The Last Jedi, and they're doing 8 of them so far. A couple stormtroopers, whatnot.
When we talked about these before, one of the attractions was the quite cool box art from memory, didn't they?
Yeah, they had cool little packages.
A little different kind of 1970s like package box overseas stuff. It was kind of unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of nice.
But it's mostly non-human likeness characters, which works better in this scale, and because they're metal. So you get a couple stormtroopers, flame trooper, snow trooper, Kylo Ren, R2, C3PO, all gold this time, not mismatched legs or a red arm or anything. Yeah, I think there was a original trilogy stormtrooper and Vader. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Good to see at least that coming.
What else do we have here? Couple things. John Tyler Christopher has another action figure cover variant out there. He's had a lot over the inception of the whole thing. I don't know how many there are now. I quit like when Yoda came out. I don't know how many that's been since. But
I must have. I'm kind of struggling as well, just to try and keep up. Collector's Cantina, they're always good for keeping a checklist going. But Blue Snaggletooth, nice.
Yep. This is for issue number 37 of their Star Wars Marvel title.
Nice, give that a retweet. And what else do we have?
I have episode 9.
Don't piss off Lucasfilm because they might just fire you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Colin Trevorrow, apparently very, very confident and a little bit annoying, as one gossipy rag. But he's out. Mutually parting ways. I have to say, Jurassic World, and I'll go on record, absolutely sucked. I really didn't like it. It was not a great movie for everybody raving about it. It was great for kids, and if I was able, I would be loving it. But as a movie, it was pretty poor. So,
it was basically, it's just like every other Jurassic Park movie or just like every other Alien sequel. It's dinosaurs running around chasing people that escape from a park. You know, it's okay. I didn't mind it, but it was a popcorn summer movie to watch with the kids. I mean, if they're old enough, I guess. But yeah, I wasn't thrilled with with it. It was very derivative of the other ones.
So we've had the Han Solo directors out. We've had Colin Trevorrow out. Did we have someone in Rogue One?
Yeah, wasn't it Josh Trank?
Josh Trank, that's right. They're out as well, and then came Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
Wow, three directors of new movies out so far. So
I guess that means they don't want to produce a bad movie, and I'm cool with that. But I guess it means they also better be committed to producing a great Star Wars movie.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Well, time will tell. We still haven't seen a proper trailer yet, so
yeah.
I think it's maybe quite a polarizing movie for a lot of people. It's quite a different looking movie, but
yep.
Time will tell.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's see what else? Reviews. I know you've been doing a lot with your some of your other shows that you've been doing.
I'm just about to do some reviews today for Hera and Kylo. I've put them up. Kylo, Rey, the Land Speeder. Finally got my hands on a Land Speeder and the Rey Speeder and the Luke's Land Speeder. They're really good. I'm really impressed with them. You picked them up, or?
I don't have them yet. No.
Wow, the Rey Speeder is quite awesome. Really quite impressed with the style of the ship and the features and the functions and all the bits and pieces. And the Rey's a really good figure too, the soft goods.
Yep.
And I take it back. I bitched a little bit about me and a buddy of mine are always kind of bitching about how they never really get Luke quite right. And I have to say, it's actually a really good facial sculpt on that Luke Land Speeder. It's really not as bad as I thought it was. It's quite good actually. But it's just, I think the floppy hat just doesn't. What figure looks good in a floppy hat? It's just, it doesn't work really, but that's just me. But so tons of toys. I'm so happy. There's tons of great toys. I finally got them in Wave 2 and got a bunch of stuff coming from Darkside as well. So I did good. What did you do?
No reviews as of yet. Yesterday I received a few boxes from Entertainment Earth, which had, Wave 1 of the orange and teal series of Last Jedi figures, the 2-packs that has Rey and the Praetorian Guard and Han and Boba Fett, A-Wings.
Nice.
What else? What else is packed with the A-Wing? The police speeder, is that one there?
Oh yeah, the giant staple clip thing.
Yep, staple gun thing. Had that Wave 1 of the Black Series. So I've got a lot to catch up on and get on there. I did buy the Kylo Ren exclusive Force Link arm bracelet band thing. So I'll be testing out some of these figures to check them out. My kids like them.
I think as a feature, and I saw a couple of negative people, didn't like, and that's great. But of the kids I saw playing with them, it looked really fun. They really enjoyed it. Particularly the Wrath Tower making kind of squidgy noises and gurgling and stuff. I think that a kid I'd be blown away as a kid if I got all this stuff. And
to have, the vehicles, like the TIE fighters and X-Wings and stuff, to make the sounds from the film and fire, that's cool. It's more interactive than it has been. I mean, before you would just push a series of buttons to make it do it, but it's cool that you have to wear this band in order for it to work. Some people don't like it, but it's different.
Yeah, a great feature for a kid to wear that to the store. Even if they can't buy the product, they get to hear the sounds and they can put up to the back and kind of. I think you tweeted out a little picture of your kid.
One of my daughters. She's playing with the couple of the 2-packs. She tried them all. She pulled them all off the rack and she'd hold them to the little scanner to get them to do all their little sayings. But yeah, it was. I posted it to Instagram, the one where she's reciting the lines of Kylo Ren. It was pretty funny. It's pretty popular.
I think it's quite fun. I'm really quite impressed that for the price point, it's in these 3.75-inch figures, and all the ones that I saw on Force Friday, and there was tons of them. I actually thought the quality of the 3.75, I'm not buying them, but for 5 POE-ish, generally, the quality I think has gone up a little bit a step.
Yep.
But it's just quite noticeable that they're really quite detailed and
their sculpts are really good.
Yeah, they're really good for that scale. So it's a good sign.
Let's see. I think, and then new acquisitions. And did you pick up anything? Oh, you you said you got
I mentioned, yeah, but I mean, I think
stuff.
pretty much everything. The GameStop stuff, Amazon stuff, you name it, Black Series 6 inch, I think I bought it, or 2, or maybe even 4. But it's been a lot of money.
Yeah,
so,
I picked up a couple other things. The that pop I mentioned, and also that glow in the dark astromech from the Disney parks, which is very cool. It's kind
nice.
It's not even glowing right now. It looks like it is. That's just the color of the plastic. But once you get it, let me throw it in front of my lamp here, see if it'll charge it here quick.
Radioactive.
Isn't really doing it, but it's.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's bright. It's a cool figure.
It's completely covered in the paint, so yeah, it's gonna glow. But that thing glows bright.
It'll give me cancer. On that note, I think that wraps up pretty much everything for this edition of the Realm Recap. Where can we find you, sir?
You can find me bitching about Hasbro PR at Flyguy.net, and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can find me doing the same, subtweeting about them and other people that I don't like anymore. You can find me on Yakface.com, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, here, First Order Transmissions, all that good stuff. So until next time, again, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.